It's P1 SuperStock time, and we're in the Steel City. At round one, St. Cloud, it was Peters and May that dominated. The last time out in Biloxi, it was Team Livorsi. Andy Biddle and Tracy Blumenstein were nearly flawless. Here's Martin to tell us about it.
Biloxi, Mississippi has a long history of powerboat racing running behind Casino Row. The racecourse features traditionally calm water, but the east end of the racecourse is very challenging and water bounces off the seawalls, providing a washing machine effect for the teams. Livorsi Marine Products had a great weekend where we saw a lot of action on the course, spin-outs, and even a flip. All the people were okay, but the boats needed a little bit of work. Livorsi Marine Products, though, captures the checkered flag and takes the coveted top podium position for the first time in P1 SuperStock history, winning every heat of the weekend. Second place went to Pier 57, and third place went to Team Myco.
You guys put on quite a show in Biloxi. You ready for this weekend?
Oh yeah, definitely. Hometown. I mean, not hometown, but home state. We're both from Central PA.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
so you have a lot of friends coming out to watch?
Yeah, friends, family. We brought everybody along.
That's
great.
great.
Good times.
Do you guys have a strategy today? Anything new? Oh, you're not going to tell us.
No, definitely not. But we have an idea, an agenda on how we think we're going to play this out.
So with Livorsi winning both heats, they now lead the title race. The ever-consistent Pier 57, just 1 point behind in second. And despite the big roll, Peters and May, a strong third. It was over 250 years ago that General John Forbes named this fork of the Ohio, Pittsburgh. Hell with the lid off was once used to describe this city, but not anymore. Just look at it. Today, the city's a shining metropolis. Bioengineering, medicine, finance, and high technology are the new industries that modern Pittsburgh's foundations are now built on. And what a beautiful city it is. But now it's time for Pittsburgh's 35th annual Three Rivers Regatta. Looks like we have an action-packed weekend, Martin.
We do. We've got our match racing, which is going to be great the way the course is laid out in the shape here, as well as 3 separate heats to determine who's going to win round number 3 here in Pittsburgh. We have the shortest course the guys have run on all year long. It's going to be very challenging, and with the square seawalls, as they get closer to the walls and the boats start running, it's going to get really surprisingly bumpy for as calm as it looks behind us right now. When these boats are running, it's going to be very bumpy as the water bounces off the seawalls.
Sounds like some crazy excitement. I'm ready.
Look for the boats to fly, which is not what you would expect in water like this.
It's gonna be a good day today.
Welcome to Pittsburgh, guys. You guys ready to go?
Absolutely. Sunny, warm, course is getting laid out, ready to race.
Yeah, you guys are pretty serious about winning, aren't you?
I think
That's the only reason we came.
You know, I tell you, Tim is an awesome driver. He pushes the boat to the limit, as we all know.
Elijah, how is it to run with your dad?
It's a lot better than I thought it would be, actually. I thought we would actually fight over things a lot more, but really we don't. I don't think we've ever fought during a race about something, so.
That's pretty cool. Maybe there's a connection there that does have a little extra edge against everybody else, right?
We listen to each other. That's the key. We listen to each other.
As you can see, there's 2 pilots in these race boats. There's a driver and a throttle man. And we're going to have Martin down there telling us what the responsibility of that throttle man is.
You know, it's fairly obvious what the guy on that side of the boat does. He has the steering wheel. This side of the boat is where the throttleman sits. He runs all the throttle controls, the trim controls, and he also runs the ballast tank, so he has a lot to do with the attitude and the setup of the boat. This is really important in rough water conditions because to keep the boat going fastest, we have to be off the throttle when the boat's flying through the air and immediately come back onto the throttle when it hits the water. It's really important that the throttle man is in direct communication and absolutely syncs up with the driver, because when they're going into a turn, the same guy's not operating the same element of the boat. You know, think of it this way. It'd be like going out and driving your car. I'm going to run the gas pedal and you drive, but you're going to do it on a moving surface. It takes incredible coordination between the 2 guys in the boat.
In P1 SuperStock, we do match racing to get pole position for the first heat race. What we do, it's basically a continuous drag race where the slowest boat is eliminated in each match race until the final fastest boat for the day gets pole position for the first heat.
In our first match race, Oregon Custom Marine led the way. Pier 57 was the first one eliminated, ultimately leading us to our final match race of the day.
It turned out to be Oregon Custom Marine against Team Maiko, and it looks like Oregon Custom Marine will come out on top, and they'll have the pole position for heat number 1.
Oregon Custom Marine has the inside line, followed by Maiko, Miss Vero Beach, Team Lavorsy, and the outside will be Pier 57. The P1 SuperStock Series is a one design class where all the boats are identical. The P128 SS Panther is 28 feet long, 7.5 feet wide. They weigh 1,665 kilos and run just at 70 miles an hour. All the boats are the same, the engines are the same, and the propellers are the same, leaving it up to the drivers to determine who's going to win. This course is the shortest course the teams will race on all year long. To put it in NASCAR terms, this is our Bristol, with the course being less than 1 mile in length. The course is going to start based on our match racing finish order. With Oregon Custom Marine on the inside, the pace boat will take the teams around the course one time and turn them loose at the start-finish line for a 10-round heat.
And we're halfway through our parade lap right now. All the boats are lined up, and as soon as they get through turns 3 and 4 right here, you'll see the green flag once these guys are lined up, and we'll have the start of heat number 1.
You know, it's a challenge that's so sharp down at the other end that the outside boat has really got to rip and tear to get around the race course. And there's a pier that actually sticks out there, Charlie. So everybody needs to stay a little bit close to the pin as they head towards the start-finish line and await the green flag.
And it looks like we should have a green flag any second as we look at our onboard. And it looks like we have a green flag start right now. And out in front right now, it looks like all the way on the inside, Oregon Custom Marine, but all the way on the outside, it looks like Miss Vero Beach got a nice start all the way on the outside as they dive into turn 1, but the inside advantage for Oregon Custom Marine is going to be nice.
Oregon Custom Marine has the clean water, and it looked like they pushed Maiko a little bit deep. They backed out of the throttle a little bit because they couldn't see through the rooster tails. Lavorsy still going through the wake and the spray of Oregon Custom Marine.
But here we are on board with Tim McDonald, Mike DeFries doing a nice job on that inside lane out in front. And it's nice, Martin, clean water out in front. You can set that boat up strong. But watch as these guys head to turns 3 and 4. And Lavorsy Marine Products, whoop, takes a little hop right there. But look at the ground he made up pulling up along the inside of Oregon Custom Marine.
Team Lavorsy Marine Products really driving aggressively around the turn, made up a lot of distance, and this is the battle for the lead. Oregon Custom Marine has the outside lane, about a boat length lead over Team Lavorsy as they head towards turn 1.
As we're on board, still Oregon Custom Marine down in front, but look at that square, that sliding it through turns 3 and 4. Lavorsy Marine Products is trying to pull up alongside Oregon Custom Marine, and we got a great battle here in heat number 1.
Team Lavorsy Marine Products now side by side Oregon Custom Marine, but Oregon Custom Marine carried a little bit more speed on the outside edge of the turn as they head towards the bridge turn.
Yeah, but Lavorsy Marine Products has got that inside lane. They're going to have an advantage as they head to the next turn. And here we are coming through, and ooh, squares it tight as we see. Oh, we have a spin out. Well, not a full spin out, Martin, but 3/4 spin out. These guys did a nice job saving that.
You know, they came around. It looked like he kind of popped the nose over the top of a wave. You saw the drive come completely out of the water, and that's when the boat spun out. Now Oregon Custom Marine has clean water
But you can
as they
see,
make their way towards turn one. What a nice recovery by Team Livorsi.
they did, but you can see the water's gotten real choppy right now. The water's bouncing off the seawalls, and it's creating a little bit of a chop for these racers.
Let's take a look at that spin out once more. Team Livorsi Marine comes around, they get the nose over the top, and they actually pop the nose over, and the transom comes up, and as soon as that drive comes out of the water, when they're sliding to turn that way, Charlie, that's when it swapped in.
Yeah, but what a great save by those guys. But here's our battle right now. Livorsi Marine Products on Pier 57 doing battle on the back straightaway, and it looks like Pier 57's got a little bit more boat speed, but they take the outside lane. Livorsi Marine Products squares it early, which is what they've been doing all day, and that boat is really dialed in. They're going buoy to buoy and making the course that much shorter.
You know, it's amazing what these guys are doing. They're making up 3 or 4 boat lengths every lap now, trying to reel back in Oregon Custom Marine. They don't have any significant boat speed, Charlie, because the boats are all the same speed, but these guys are just absolutely doing a great job picking the line around the race course. Look at how they slide the boat around and how much ground they absolutely opened up on Pier 57.
They are. They're doing a nice job. There's Team Maiko doing a nice job there, but out in front still, Oregon Custom Marine. Mike and Tim doing a nice job here in Pittsburgh, and they're setting their sights on looking for that checkered flag as they come. But now they went wide through that turn. See, I think they're making a mistake by going that wide, because look what Livorsi Marine does, squaring it tight, picked up 2 more boat lengths.
Livorsi Marine, those guys did a lot of testing before the race started and absolutely found the best way to get around the course. Pier 57 does the same kind of move, sharpens it up, but they still go a lot deeper through the turn than Livorsi's been doing. Livorsi's trying to reel in Oregon Custom Marine, as they should be on their final lap right now. Oregon Custom Marine with Tim McDonald and Mike DeFries as they head towards the bridge. They are on their final lap. Team Livorsi trying to reel them in.
And as they exit the final turn, they get the checker flag. Oregon Custom Marine, Mike DeFries, Tim McDonald doing a nice job winning heat number 1.
As we look at our results for heat number 1, Oregon Custom Marine takes the win. Livorsi takes second place. Pier 57 in third. Team Maiko in fourth. And the brand new team, Miss Vero Beach, takes 5th place.
We'll be right back here in Pittsburgh for some more action. Welcome back to P1 SuperStock in Pittsburgh. Let's get on with the action with Martin and Charlie.
As Bill Kingery is getting ready to go, he is the pilot of the Maiko boat. Charlie, after the last heat, what we'll do is we take the winner. They will now move to the outside lane. That's calling inverting the starts. So we do that so that ultimately for you to win the overall weekend, you've got to put together a series of heats that are all strong, because you don't always start from the inside. Again, this is the shortest course of the year, less than a 1-mile lap.
As we take a look at the pace book, and the boats ready for lining up for heat number 2. All the way on the inside is going to be Miss Vero Beach. Right next to them is going to be Team Maiko, and those are the 2 boats that are going to have a nice jump on heat number 2 right now when we see that green flag.
And they're going to have that inside lane as they work around the pace boat. Heading towards the start-finish line, we should have a green flag momentarily.
As we're on board Miss Vero Beach right now, we're getting ready for that green flag start. And it looks like we've got a green flag start right now, and did not get a nice jump, but the guys all the way to the outside. Tim McDonald, Mike DeFries, and Oregon Custom Marine got a nice jump all the way to the outside. If we take a look at Pier 57 diving into turn 1, it looks like they're going to have the, well, maybe right next to, Livorsi Marine Products got a little roosted right there, Mark, but came out to turn number 2 nice and clean. But inside, Team Mike all the way to the outside. It looks like Miss Vero Beach is going to have the lead.
Yep, as it turned out, Maiko dove to the inside of Miss Vero Beach. Miss Vero Beach took the second lane, but Miss Vero Beach is in the lead as they head towards the bridge turn.
As we get to going to turns 3 and 4 right now, taking a nice deep turn, but it'll allow Team Maiko, fathering some team, to dive on the inside. It looks like they're going to try to take over first place on lap number 1.
As we see the view from Team Livorsi Marine, they came in second in the last heat, and they're trying to make up ground right now on our leaders.
And there's our rookie team, Miss Vero Beach, doing a nice job leading heat number 2, heading back into turn number 1 and 2. Mike Sadalon doing a nice job with his new rookie driver, Dr. Rob Callery. These guys are not looking like rookies, doing a nice job as we take a look at Livorsi Marine Products diving on the inside of Team Maiko and taking over second place down the back straightaway.
Team Livorsi Marine making a great move, picking off boats as they go to the outside of the wake. I'll bet you they're going to try to dive inside right behind the leader, Miss Vero Beach, Charlie, as they come towards the bridge turn. Let's see what he does.
And it looks like what they're going to do, just like in heat number 1, they dive in tight. But look, Pier 57's following and diving even in tighter than Livorsi Marine Products, exiting turn 4.
made up a ton of ground and got past Team Maiko as he moves now into third place.
But Miss Vero Beach still out in front, doing a nice job. Mike and Dr. Rob still out in front, heading back into turns 3 and 4, sliding through turns 3 and 4. But there's Livorsi Marine Products. These guys are hot on their tail.
All of the boats going into the boats hot, and you see them bobble as they go through, trying to hold the boat tight as they go through. When the water's a little bit smoother, Charlie, they can slide the boat through, and you end up countersteering a lot like a drifting when you're drifting a car.
Right.
It operates very similar, but they've got to keep the boat hooked up. If you hit a crosswake, that's when it wants to pitch to the outside.
Yep, and with this tight turn, it looks like the tighter line is working out better, as you see Livorsi Marine Products taking that different line and gaining a couple of more boat lengths on Miss Vero Beach as he pulls up alongside. These guys have just had a different style at this course versus what they had in Biloxi.
Trying to run in Miss Vero Beach. Miss Vero Beach has him by a boat length. Let's see if he gives him a lane going into the turn. No, it looks like Livorsi Marine is now going to take the lead as they now move ahead of Miss Vero Beach, taking the inside line. Miss Vero Beach goes way deep in the turn.
Yeah, they're going way too wide, Martin, and they're taking the long way around trying to maintain boat speed, but it's not working here in Pittsburgh. And it's a different setup these guys have right now, Livorsi Marine Products. It looks like they're dropping the nose in the turn, squaring it, and accelerating out, and it's working right here. Again, every one of our courses is a little different, so you can't do the same technique at every course.
You know, whenever you dip the nose in, you always run the risk of spinning the boat out, or worse. So you've really got to be paying attention to what you're doing. Here we go back and we see how Livorsi Marine Products got past Team Maiko, just taking the shortest distance around the race course, Charlie.
As we take a look at Livorsi Marine Products, doing a nice job out in front. They started towards the back of the pack at the start, and they've worked their way up, and now is leading heat number 2.
Keep in mind, they're doing that in boats that are all identical, so they are just really doing a great job. This series is all about the pilots and what they can do with the boats.
It is, Martin, and these guys, it comes up down to the driver, throttle man, boat setup, and ability in these boats. And these guys have really changed their setup compared to what they had in Biloxi. They figured out this short, tight course, and they seem to be the guys to beat in heat number 2.
Second place continues to be our rookie team, Miss Vero Beach. Mike Sadlin, although he's not a rookie, he does have Dr. Rob in the boat. This is his first race in P1 SuperStock, up from Vero Beach, Florida.
And we're on board with these guys right now. You can hear the radio in the background, but these guys have a lot of learning going on today, but they're back again, Livorsi Marine Products. Nice and smooth as we take a look at the checker flag. And our winner is going to be Livorsi Marine Products in heat number 2.
Andy Biddle and Tracy Blumenstream start their celebration as they cross the start-finish line, taking the win. Second place goes to Miss Vero Beach.
Nice job. Rookies taking second place in their second heat. Nice
Third
job.
place should go to Pier 57, with fourth place going to Team Oregon Custom Marine.
As we're getting ready to start our third and final heat of the day, we're going to take a look at the pace boat, getting the boats on plane, finishing up their parade lap. All the way on the inside is going to be Oregon Custom Marine, who finished in the back of the pack in the last heat, but they're going to have the pole position, which is going to give them a nice advantage. They were our winners in heat number 1, so they had you can see how tough the competition is, Martin, where they finished 4th in that last heat.
You know, it's going to be tough for them, though, because they got to put another boat between them and Livorsi to win the overall. That fourth place is not going to help them, but they've got the great position for the start. Miss Vero Beach has a good position also. He's got to jump as they come towards the start-finish line. Livorsi on the extreme outside because they won the heat.
Right, so it's going to be an interesting start because Livorsi all the way on the outside. He's been squaring it tight, diving on the inside. Is he going to keep it pegged all the way around the outside? And he got a great jump. Livorsi Marine Products said, let's see what happens going into turn 1. Do they rail the outside, maintain boat speed, and try to gain that way, or do they square it and dive under everybody? It looks like they stay to the outside. And Oregon Custom Marine clears turn 2 out in front, but right next to them, Pier 57. Treadwell really wants to take over that top spot. He has not had a win in these heats this weekend.
No, he hasn't, and he actually almost took the line away from Oregon Custom Marine, but they held their lane on the inside at turn 1 and 2 as they make their way towards the bridge turn.
But look at
Oregon Custom Marine now turning just like Livorsi Marine.
Yeah, they squared it tight. Livorsi Marine did square it tight too. They're trying to go on the inside. Look at these guys come out of turn 2. Livorsi Marine Products picks up second place as we see a spin out right now in the Miss Vero Beach. Again, our rookie drivers our rookie team out there came in a little hot, but the side-by-side battle right now, Livorsi and Pier 57 heading into turns 3 and 4. Coming out of turn 2, it looks like Livorsi Marine's trying to get that inside lane to try to pull up alongside Oregon Custom Marine. Let's see what happens. Nope, didn't get it. Got the door slammed, had to go through the rooster tail. They're going to try the outside lane down that back straightaway.
Now, you know, this is the way Livorsi Marine's been setting up turns. They come into that turn, the guy that has the inside lane, if he's far enough ahead, Livorsi Marine will dive in behind him. Risky move going over the wake, but they do it over and over again successfully every time. Look at the ground they make up. What a battle we have at the bridge turn as they almost come in side by side, have to go through the rooster tail one more time as they go towards the start-finish line.
Yeah, but Tim McDonald took that line away from Livorsi Marine. These guys, we had a great battle going here in this third and final heat. I think this is going to be for the overall for the weekend too, Martin. I think these guys are, look at that squaring. They come in and they are hitting the pin already at the apex, or already side by side of the apex. They're not hitting at a 45-degree angle. They're hitting at a 90-degree angle.
Yep, they're squaring it off before they even get there, and they're on the power right away. Oregon Custom Marine, though, is in control of the race course. Tim McDonald and Mike DeFries, these two guys know how to drive defensively as well as offensively, and they are holding Livorsi Marine products at bay, and they definitely are picking the same kind of lines that Livorsi was picking before, and it's making it harder for Livorsi Marine products to get around them.
You're right, Marty. We call that driving in your mirrors, you know, and they're doing a nice job. Look, they pulled out to a nice about 5-boat length lead with 1 lap to go in this third and final heat. Oregon Custom Marine out in front, running a strong second again is Livorsi Marine Products, and I got to take a look at who's running third right now. Look at the gap already between first and second.
Pier 57 is currently running in third place as we go back on board with our leader, Tim McDonald and Mike DeFries and Oregon Custom Marine. They're going to have a little bit of a problem for the overall points, though, Charlie. They really needed one more boat between them and Livorsi Marine. And Livorsi Marine, I think, is doing the math and looking that they don't have to chase down Oregon Custom Marine to take the overall win. Well, it's all about winning the war and not the battle. Oregon Custom Marine is going to take the win in this final heat. But I don't think it's going to be enough as we look at the heat results. Oregon Custom Marine takes first place, Livorsi in second, Pier 57 Treadwell in third, Miss Vero Beach in fourth, Team Maiko in fifth position.
As we take a look at Tim McDonald on the deck of the boat with that checkered flag. It's always great when you get a checkered flag. Martin, those are the good old days, right?
Let's see how it shakes out overall for round number 3 in Pittsburgh. Livorsi Marine takes the win. Second place goes to Oregon Custom Marine, and third place goes to Pier 57.
Congratulations, first place again.
Yes. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. It's great being out here. Pittsburgh's a wonderful town. I mean, look how beautiful it is. I mean, it doesn't get any nicer than this. And it was a little rough. It was nice. Nice sharp turns. You know, really, really nice.
Absolutely remarkable racing here today in Pittsburgh. P1 SuperStock's next stop, Detroit, Michigan for the Gold Cup. See you there.